Mario Super Sluggers is an interesting attempt to add the Mario magic to a boring sport. This is the second title in this particular series, and since I've never played the original, the play mechanics were all new to me, and overall they worked well. This game is part of Nintendo's overall plan to have a Mario franchise take over every sport. What's shocking is that Mario and his friends haven't taken a stab at American football yet. It would seem to be one of the sports out there that would really work with the Mario franchise's characters in it. The story is basically this. The princess surprises Mario and the crew with a baseball island that she built. I have to assume with the Mushroom Kingdom's tax money. She builds an island with over 7 baseball fields. What a waste of money. Why does anyone ever need that many baseball fields? Bowser and Bowser Jr. crash their coincidentally enough baseball field-equipped boats onto the island and take over the other characters-based fields because he can't believe that the princess would waste all this money on a baseball-themed island and not make him his own stadium as well. As much as it sounds crazy that he might think the princess would do that for him, it's actually not that unreasonable if you think about it. She gave stadiums to both Wario and Donkey Kong. They're both evil bad guys. And you know what? Now I'm on Bowser's side. She should have made him his own stadium. It's pretty obvious she's trying to make nice with the other villains by giving them their own stadiums, so why not Bowser? If you play the story mode, you'll liberate each of the stadiums to unlock them. I found the little puzzles in each one of the areas very fun, and I kinda hope Nintendo will run with this formula to make a whole new game. Sometimes you have to battle the enemies in the area, and by battle I mean complete their challenges. Now the worst part of this was the loading screens. They took a little too long. Sometimes it was only a quick challenge that would only take a few seconds, which made the loading screens even more intolerable. In each of the areas, there are some things and locations that can only be accessed with the correct captains, and you can switch between them quite easily once you get them to join your team. But if you want to go quickly through the story mode, all you need is 9 players to recruit, which won't take you long at all to take on Bowser and save the day. The controls felt like a step down. Gone were the great controls of Wii Sports. You still have to swing your Wiimote to bat and simulate a throw to pitch the ball, but they've been unnecessarily complicated due to the power moves. So let's start with batting. While you do swing your Wiimote, it doesn't track where you're holding the bat. You hold your Wiimote backward to charge the swing, and while you don't have to do this, why you wouldn't is baffling to me. All you do is stay charged until the ball comes, then swing away. When you're pitching, I wish they had kept the controls of Wii Sports. I wish you could have done an easy curveball or changeup without plugging in the nunchuck. Sure, if you could plug in the nunchuck, you could control where the ball is headed, but I didn't like controlling the game that way. There are 3 different ways to control the game, but I stayed with the default way since the others seemed even worse to control. Both the batter and the pitcher have star moves that they could use to improve their hit or pitch, and each character had a different one, so it was fun to see the animation. Then there's the fielding, which was the most solid. Basically, it would catch pop flies automatically, but to field the ball, you swung the Wiimote to throw it, and it was fun. You could team up and jump up high to stop a sure home run. They had items you could use to mess with the fielders, but I think they were for the most part useless and annoying. They were definitely the weakest part of the whole game. One of the major problems with this game was that it really didn't feel like it was finished. All you could do was play exhibition games. There was no tournaments and you couldn't save your character roster. There were a lot of characters to choose from, and not just from the Mario franchise, but even some from Donkey Kong as well. You could even put your Miis on the team, which I thought was the coolest thing in this game. Depending on which stadium you choose, it could be like a regular game of baseball, or a completely crazy one, because some of the stadiums had traps and moving objects that would make even pop-up fly interesting. But the AI was pathetic. I could shut them out in a normal 9-inning game almost every time I played, and that was on the hardest setting. There are many games and different types of offshoots of the game of baseball you could play. I didn't find any of them fun, and I just tended to ignore them. Mario Super Sluggers was fun when I was playing with friends, but when I played against the computer, it was a bit of a letdown, since I would dominate it so easily. But the story mode has some real fun parts in it, so I find it makes it easy to say rent the game. And if you find enough fun in the game while you rent it, buy it.